guys? Welcome back to another episode of Regional Troublemakers. I'm your host, Nathan, and my co-host, TT.
Yes.
And today I actually want to start off by saying I saw KSI's forehead. And is it bad that it made me think, and so this is Christmas, and what have we done? For only 5 cents a day, you can make...
You mean those telecommercials?
Yeah,
like, oh, shoot.
Zulu, TT, Fatulu.
You're so stupid. I'm West African, not South African. Jesus.
Are those from South Africa? Those
Zulu, yes, bro.
No, yeah, Zulu, but I meant like those commercials that they used to have. Was anywhere in Africa,
they're
right?
anywhere in Africa.
Yeah.
Well, the poor.
Yeah, no, this guy's forehead looked like Alex. I'll take geography for 500.
It's crazy.
Africa is a continent.
Like
That shit is crazy. I know I got a big forehead. But when this guy
you
took
don't
off,
have a big forehead.
nah, when this guy took off his bandana, like, because I seen the bandana, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, obviously there's some hair in there and forehead. When he took it off and it fully cleared and there was still no hair yet, I was
it's crazy.
bro,
Like how?
But you also know that this man knows how to make a viral video.
Yeah.
You know he knew that his forehead was that big.
Yeah, he for sure.
Yeah, he just knows how to make viral videos.
KSI.
That shit was crazy. And this guy said, damn. And then he's like, sorry, reflex. He's like, a reflex to say damn? No, yeah, this guy's forehead.
Oh, man. No. That goes back. That goes way back.
Nah, yeah, this guy's thoughts.
Back into time.
Nah,
oh, my God. Bro, you look like... Oh, do you have eyebrows?
Nah, I don't know. Well, that could just be a messed up picture.
Honestly...
But so what? Because where is he? What?
He's Nigerian.
He's Nigerian?
Yes.
100%?
Bro, come on.
But so his brother's name is Deji.
Yeah.
That's a Nigerian name?
Oh, Deji? Yeah,
Yeah.
What's KSI's real name?
Everyone just calls him JJ.
JJ?
No.
Olatunji? Let me see. Real name.
Olatunji?
I'm so good. I know your enemy.
The fact that you knew this guy's name is crazy.
Oh,
I don't think that means they're enemies. I think that means they're family.
Huh?
I think that means they're family. You be knowing their names that well?
No, what are you talking about? You're supposed to know your enemy, bro. Know your enemy more than your friends. That's how you're supposed to work.
That's crazy.
God dang.
But yeah, so that's what made me think. Is that a bad thing? That it made me think of that?
What?
For only 5 cents a day, you can help.
I don't have a big forehead, thank God. I don't wear this.
No, you don't at all. I
so
know for a
happy.
fact. I'm like,
bro,
because I thought I literally thought it was an African thing.
Foreheads?
Because I've been seeing some brothers with forehead.
My brothers have a big forehead.
Yeah, no, your family got
we're good.
You got little squished up things.
Shut the fuck up. And first of all, we don't have like the big
look like you're always mad.
That's fucked. That's messed up, bro. That's messed up.
Nah,
but yeah, honestly, I actually do think that.
Yeah.
Like, my eyebrows are just like. You know what's funny? I went to the Illusion Museum like 2 weeks ago, and I saw. Have you ever seen your face in the true mirror? Have you ever seen?
I don't want to.
Why?
Does it look crazy?
Why is everyone so afraid? No. It's just how
that
people
you see your imperfections.
Yes,
bro. Okay, this is the thing because I think like we've had this conversation before.
Okay.
Remember I think I told you when I look into mirrors, like if I'm looking at if we're both standing in front of a mirror,
okay,
and I'm looking at you, when I look at you in the mirror, to me it looks like your face is crooked.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that's what you see,
bro.
So
true mirror
is your face crooked?
My face is crooked. My lips are crooked.
Hell yeah!
Oh
bro.
my God! Yo, no, that's what I realized. I was like, wait, because I thought my lips were like straight. No, my lips are slant.
When I edited in this podcast, I'd be like, yo, put your face straight. I'd be like, I'd be looking like, yo, why my face like, no, what is going on, bro?
Yeah, my lips.
That's the thing. Like when I look at you, like, no, I don't see that.
You don't?
Really. No, but if I look in the mirror, I'm like, wait a second.
Okay.
You got a little freaking like banana hair.
Yeah,
what's going on?
My lips are. Yeah.
That's truly what you look like.
Truly how I look.
Scary.
But the crazy thing was, I'm so happy. My eyes, I'm not like Forrest Whitaker. Or like one eye is like really wide. Like there's a slight difference, but yeah.
It's Forrest Whitaker, and then what's it called? The guy from Sinners also. I swear to God, I thought they were brothers.
Which guy from Sinners?
Like they went to go for a pee.
Doesn't he? Does he?
I don't know. But
his eyes are just like slanted.
Yeah, this brother.
Yeah.
Something going on.
I don't know, but
yeah. So that's what it made me think of when I seen.
I think I'm gonna get. I don't know if you can get a true mirror. It's probably super
But
expensive.
I see it in like every mirror, and it messes with me.
Okay, look at yourself in the true mirror. You might see, because honestly, I thought it would be scary.
Bro. That's some shit. Like,
don't even worry. Honestly, just look at yourself.
And shit.
Actually, nigga, you might find yourself attractive. I found myself attractive.
Oh, you're like, oh damn.
I was like, God damn. I was like, yo, like, okay. First of all, not now, but like my beard was like symmetrical.
Yeah.
But the only thing I didn't like was like I thought that I had like Sylvester Stallone lips, like my lip.
Oh yeah.
I was like, whoa, like put your lip straight, you know.
At the top of the stairs.
Yeah. The
I'm gonna train harder and we'll come back.
Yeah. You know how you gonna pop my hands? You know what I mean?
Damn, we get canceled.
No, because we're making fun of him.
What's crazy is this guy got bust up from birth.
I don't care.
All right, guys. All right, let's get back into it. Let's get
okay. We start off.
Yeah. We start off fun. So I got some stories for you guys from work this week.
Okay.
So I work in downtown.
Yes.
Downtown is a jungle, bro. A jungle.
This is Nathan's downtown arc.
Yeah. It's actually crazy. I've like when I see downtown, I'm like,
yes,
this is real shit right now.
Yes.
Yo, this is real.
I work downtown. Yeah.
Wild. So we're going on site, like we're having a site, like the site we're on. Mm-hmm. We have to like we're not done like closing off the building yet. Mm-hmm. So like at the end of the night, sometimes like our site is kind of open still. Mm-hmm. Like there's no way of really fully closing it other than a fence, and people can hop a fence, right?
Got you.
So we slowly starting to close it off. Mm-hmm. So now we like barricade like openings that we have with like plywood so that people can't get in.
Got you.
And one day, like Monday, we got like styrofoam that's going to be going like on the floor at some places.
Okay.
And they're big ass sheets of styrofoam, like huge sheets of styrofoam. Mm-hmm. We have these in packs beside the site, like piled up. We came in on Monday.
Sorry.
Oh, Jesus. What's crazy is I feel like a sneeze coming on too, and I'm trying to hold that bad boy back hard.
Okay, good.
When I sneeze like 37 times after, sure. And then I feel congested, and it's over.
The fan's blowing this way.
Yeah, so I'm about to get some niceness. Okay, so we have this big styrofoam like panels.
Okay.
We came in on Monday, and there was a homemade. A homeless person ripped the bags open, took a few sheets out, placed them down like a bed, took a piece of plywood, put like a kind of wall to barricade themselves.
Damn.
I was like, damn. So I was like, that really happened. And then the next day, we leave, and the superintendent on site is walking by a woman, and this woman has a sleeping bag. And he's like, I have a feeling, but I'm not just going to go up to somebody random and say, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. It's like, but he's pretty sure that she was taking that sleeping bag to go sleep on our site on those like panels again. The fact that you have a sleeping bag is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, so like today you had a plan.
Yeah.
And you're going to make sure that plan comes to fruition.
So what do you guys do
she had a sleeping bag. Nothing we can do. What the fuck can we do?
Sure.
It's overnight. They just go there. So then I get into work this morning.
Okay.
I go upstairs. We usually like unlock the doors after and like go get tools that we need. Mm-hmm. I go into the tool room and I'm like, because I got there a little bit late. So like my friend was already there working. So I was like, oh, he already took the tools out. But I was like, God damn, this guy needed a lot of tools. Mm. I was like, where's all the batteries and the chargers? Why he doesn't need chargers? Mm-hmm. Maybe batteries maybe, but he doesn't need chargers. I was like, where's everything? Did they do a cleanup? So I go outside. I was like, you already took tools out? He's like, no. I was like, what do you mean no? Where's all the tools? He's like, what do you mean? I was like, there's no tools in the tool room. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, I just went in the tool room, and there's no tools in there. There's no chargers. There's no batteries. He's like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah, maybe we need to go talk to the superintendent. So I go upstairs to the superintendent. I was like, did you like do a cleaning of the stock room? He's like, no. I was like, where's all the chargers and batteries? He's like, they're supposed to be downstairs. We locked up everything. I was like, there's nothing in there. He's like, what do you mean? We go downstairs? Somebody broke into site and stole everything.
That's crazy.
Everything. So I really thought this guy started the job and like took out a bunch of tools. Nah, we got jacked hard as shit.
Everything.
And then what's crazy is we barricaded everything. So we're like, how the hell did they get in?
That's
like we're trying to figure out like, yo, where did they get in from? And then we're looking, and he's like, I don't understand how they got in. And like what sucks is because everything's barricaded, we don't actually close the like tool chest. Mm-hmm. Like we close it, but we don't lock it because like everything's barricaded, so they can't get in anyways, right? Mm-hmm. He's like, I don't understand how they got in. And then we look out the window, and he's like, It's the only way that he goes to touch the window. All the panels in the window fall out because they lifted the panels out of the window and then jumped in through the window.
So what? They're selling this shit?
I guess so. They took a bunch. I would say like a good $5,000 worth of tools.
Damn, bro. Damn.
Yeah, and they cleaned us out because they took the batteries and the chargers, and even like for like there's a special saw. It's called a sawzall, and it's like a saw that like has just a blade that like vibrates like this, so you can cut through things.
Okay.
They took all the extra blades that we had for that. Like there was a pack of like 20 of them. They cleaned that out and left the container there.
That's fucked.
Like no, they cleaned us out.
That's fucked. Jesus.
And what's funny is I asked if I could borrow a tool because I had to go do some renovations with my brother. So I had that tool with me. He's like, yeah, no problem. Just bring it back tomorrow. I was like, cool. So that's the only tool we have because I took it home. Bro, they cleaned us out. What's scary is now because obviously the windows don't work. We took those off and we just boarded it up now. But they took the saw that can cut through things. So let's just say they want to come back. They now have the tools and even the chargers to charge the batteries for those tools. That even if we boarded stuff up, they could literally just come and cut holes.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, bro.
So what you guys gonna do? Like hire dogs?
I have no idea what we're
Can
gonna
you
do.
still do that?
Nah, because even like what's it called car
dealers.
Car dealers. They used to have that when we were younger.
Yeah.
They don't have that no more because I think it's
Inhumane.
inhumane as hell. Because they even used to take their voice boxes out.
Oh, that's fine.
So that way, when they bark, you don't hear them coming, but they coming. So they will bite your ass and you don't even realize because you don't hear them. Used to mess with me because I used to walk by car dealerships. Shit used to hit the fence, but I didn't hear it because it's been barking, but you don't hear it. So I just be walking, and it's right there.
Yeah.
German Shepherd or something wild looking. Yeah.
Like a fresh
Yeah.
piece
So we
of
got
meat.
jacked.
So what you guys would do? You can't work.
Well, luckily, I have my own tools
Okay.
that I bring onto site. So with what I had to do, I was able to use my tools.
Okay.
Luckily, and then the one tool that I took home with me, we needed also that day, so we had at least that.
Okay.
But yeah, I was so confused. I walked in, I was like, this guy took all the tools
All
out?
those people are crazy, man.
Yo, that's why I don't
I'm
even
so
know
sorry.
who it is.
Damn.
Which, another,
Wait.
to go on, we don't know who it is, but we supposedly there is a camera, so we might be able to check to see
Okay.
if it actually was able to get the angle. We don't know exactly how they came
Because
in.
you can't. Would it be one of your guys? That's a stupid thing to do.
No, definitely not one of our guys.
So what, competition?
That's what, honestly, the guy I was working with is saying it's happened before that it's other sites that
That's
take
kind of
tools.
stupid.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Which is crazy too, because if there's a special brand of tool that they have, like, they're like tagged. Their tools are tagged.
Okay.
So like if you steal it, they can find it.
Jesus.
So yeah, and you don't know.
It's like Anchorman for construction.
Yeah. But what's crazy
You guys are going to fight each
also
other.
is they stole like a bunch of shit, but there's certain things that they didn't steal.
Like what?
And what's crazy is those items that they didn't steal, which happened on another site that I worked on, is that one item by itself is almost more expensive than all the stuff that they stole. They just don't realize because if you don't know what it is, you don't know, right? But yeah, there's literally one thing that they left in there that if they would have took that, it would have been like the whole price of everything that they took.
Jeez.
If they tried to sell it potentially.
So
Luckily they didn't take that shit. But no, they cleaned us out, bro. When I got there, I was like, why did they take out all the tools? That's kind of crazy. Why would we don't need all the tools.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they cleaned us out. Cleaned us out. And now, funny as we tried to put, like, there was a camera that was old and not working anymore. We cut it out, but like made sure that there was a long enough wire. And now we put that camera up there and made it look like it's connected. Hopefully scare them off. But yeah, so we got jacked hard.
Damn, bro.
Jacked hard. And it's crazy, it's the second site that I've been on that's gotten stolen. And what's crazy too is I've only been on this site for like a few months. Supposedly this site has been jacked multiple times.
So this is
downtown is crazy.
Downtown's crazy.
Yeah.
Now it just.
And where I am downtown is the heart of downtown.
Maisonneuve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Every time I tell somebody Maisonneuve, they say yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I've seen some people on that street. I've seen some
characters.
People. Yeah.
You mean a lot of characters.
Yeah. I seen a guy today actually I was going to like the Depannard to get like a drink. I seen a guy that looked like he was cooking with the most meth. I don't know what this guy was.
Shit.
He was wild looking. He was walking around like that.
Shit.
No shirt on. Just like shorts and like a belt, busted up shoes, and just like walking around. Like I said, crazy. And the scene, those mats when we were a kid that had like all like the city and the cars and everything on it? That was on the floor rolling around. This guy was like, and then he went to go pick it up, and then he just put it in his hand and walked away with it. I was like, obviously need decor. Come here, bro.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Decor, yo.
That's
my crazy work stories. No. Homeless people sleeping on site, and potentially homeless people, or not homeless people, we don't know, but still mad tools. Mad tools.
You guys need more. You guys need them.
Yeah, so hopefully we like stuff gets like they order stuff and have it for Monday. Because we definitely gonna need stuff. Like there were certain things I couldn't do today because of not having.
That's fucked. So you guys might be like behind schedule.
Not necessarily, because I feel like we're probably good on the schedule right now. They won't do that much, but also they're capable of getting tools like for Monday. There should be no reason why we can't get tools on Monday. Yeah, but it's crazy, yo. Wild shit.
Downtown.
So, now I also have a thread. Do you want me to go into that thread, or you want to talk about something? You have a story also, or something?
Oh, I want just one thing before.
All right, cool.
Okay, this shit actually pissed me the hell off. What the hell? I feel like there's something. I don't know why. I felt like there's something on my skin, like crawling my sideburns.
Stop killing yourself. Did I ever tell you that when I do that?
Stop killing myself?
Man? Yeah, you were trying to rip your face apart. Last week, you ripped your face apart.
2 weeks ago.
Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, stop doing that.
I had a giant pimple under my beard. How did I know that?
Don't break it.
Damn, bro. Yeah. It was a juicy one.
But yeah, one time I was folding laundry, and I just felt something like, when something you feel like something's on your back or your neck. So I had that feeling, so I just went like that. When I tell you I went like this, and I grabbed something, I was like, wait a second. So I grabbed it, and I went like this. Oh, here's ba-tink, and it was a spider.
Oh, oof, oof. That happened to me one time. I was just sleeping in the middle of the summer, and after it was super hot, so I had no blanket.
Yeah.
And it just landed on my stomach, and I was like,
"What?" But like you were awake?
I was awake. It was just pitch black.
Oh yeah, so just
and on my stomach, and just chilling there. I was like, "Is this?"
Okay, that's why I asked if you were awake, because that same thing happened to me, but I was asleep.
Oh shit!
It wasn't. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what it was. But it bit the
your stomach.
Shit out of
it had like a trail and
my
stuff.
My chest.
Oh shit!
I was just asleep on the couch. And literally, this is how I woke up. Smacked the shit out of my own self. Literally, I was sleeping. I was like, what the hell was that? Something bit the shit out of my chest, and I just woke up and slapped like this, as hard as I could. Scared the shit out of myself.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I feel like, does earwigs actually bite?
Earwigs?
Earwigs. Supposedly, earwigs bite hard as shit.
Oh.
I don't know if it was an earwig. I don't know what it was. All I know is I was living in my basement then.
Okay.
So it's possible, I guess, there could have been an earwig. But all I know is that shit woke me up out of my sleep, and I slapped the shit out of my own chest.
That's crazy.
Like, slapped the shit out of my chest.
Did it hurt more to slap or the
Yeah, no, that shit was burning, bro, because it was skin. Yeah. Like, hand, and, like, I don't know. Like, I woke up, the shit bit me that hard that I woke up out my sleep, and without even realizing, my hand was already here, and I smacked the shit out of my chest, hoping that maybe I'll kill it. But I don't know if it was, like, a delayed reaction. I don't know if it bit me and left, and I felt it after. I don't know what that was, but it hurt like shit. The bite hurt and the slap hurt. Imagine, have you slapped the shit out of my own self?
I've never slapped myself like that.
Yeah, and I woke up out of my sleep and slapped the shit out of myself.
Nah, bro, that's crazy.
Because if I was awake, I don't think I would slap that hard.
No.
Nah, yeah, my sleep body said, nah, whatever this bit means needs to die.
Get rid of the shit right now. Jeez.
So yeah, slap the shit out of
myself. Okay, so this week, what happened was, all right, so earlier this week, I think it was Monday, because Sunday my sister was doing my niece's hair, and they just wanted to do something new, get like twists, like just do twists for them. I said, okay, cool. So I was like, okay, I want to know like the classmates were like, oh my god, that's so cool. So my niece, I asked her like, yo, how is it? Like, do your classmates say anything about your hair? And they're like, well, now I'm black. I'm like, what? I was like, I was so confused. I was cooking too. I was like, I had to put the knife down. I was like, what do you mean now you're black? And she's like, the thing is, I was like, what do you mean? She's like, well, my hairstyle is black. I'm like, first of all, you're black. And second of all, every hairstyle you've rocked is a black hairstyle. And she's like, no. Because my friend said that I'm white because I was rocking braids. And I was like, my nieces have box braids. And I was like, wait, what are you saying? And she's like, well, my friend, blank, I'm not going to say her name, said that only white people and mixed people have braids. Black people don't have braids.
Yeah, 2025 is a different time. Is a different time.
I was so mad. And she's like, because she's like, yeah. I was like, because imagine like you asking yourself like, hey, how's your hairstyle? How, like, what do people think about your fresh ass haircut? Yeah. And he's like, well, now they say I'm black.
Yeah.
What the flip? And like, so I was like, so what? So are you telling me that you let them call you white? She's like, well, yeah, like, because he said my hair was white. I'm like, nigga, what is going on? That
Yeah,
irritated. I was like, your friends are stupid. Everyone who said that you're
literally your hair is never white.
Never white. I was like, don't ever think that you're white. I'm not saying like in
even if
that
you
way.
straighten your hair, it's not.
It's not white. And my nieces have never had any relaxers or anything like that.
Yeah.
What the hell is this
So
shit?
it means they've been walking around with afro.
Yo, you see their hair.
Yeah.
So I'm just, I was mad as hell.
Confused.
I was mad as hell. I was like,
2025 is a different time.
Yo, bro,
It's a different.
You're black. You're always going to be black. Don't ever think that because you rock a different hairstyle that you're nothing. You're something else beside black. You're always going to be black. Stop this stupidness.
Yeah.
Flip, man.
Crazy. You're white because you have box braids.
Yeah.
Yo, 2025.
And box braids, a white hairstyle.
Yeah.
The gentrification, nigga. Like what?
It's real. Nah, that's crazy.
Oh Lord! And this is a white girl telling my niece.
Yeah.
Tell my niece that her hairstyle is white.
What would make it just that much better is if she had box braids. I would love that.
Oh, man.
I would love that.
I would wish. Oh, bro. So yeah, I just have to mention that because that was a wild.
That's crazy.
Wild.
Nah,
Anyways, okay.
So you want to continue? We're gonna get even more wild. You ready?
All right, I'm ready for the wilds because I think it's gonna be wild until the end. So.
Yeah, probably. This is crazy. So this is a tweet.
Before that, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and all the good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yes, thank you.
I like the good stuff.
The good stuff. Comment. Just say hey or hi or just thumbs up, thumbs down, anything.
Do whatever you want to do. All right. So this is a tweet. It's a long ass tweet, like tweet after tweet after tweet. But it's a story. She said, I've already told so many people, but I'm about to tell all of Twitter the craziest real life true story I heard this week.
Okay.
So it says, this girl, she's real, went on a Tinder date with this guy, first date. So date goes well, and they hook up after the date. They have sex and whatever, and she lets the guy come all over her face and chest. Crazy first date. Hey, do you, right? This goes, we continue. It says, well, that next day, she wakes up with a rash all over her face and chest area where he came. Your face? So she reaches out to him and lets him know she's got a rash, and so she's going to the doctor. She goes to the doctor, and the doctor says it's not any type of STD or STI, so she'll have to see a dermatologist. That would scare me, I feel like.
So what, his pH level is just too high?
We gonna find out.
Oh.
Says, so she goes to the dermatologist, and the dermatologist tells her she has tiny parasites under her skin where the rash is. Yo, this is villain origin story.
I have questions,
yeah,
but you have
we're
to
gonna
continue.
get to the end, and it's gonna answer your questions.
Cool.
So, and this is where it gets effing crazy. The dermatologist says that there's only 2 ways a man can get these types of parasites in his semen. 1, if he is having sex with animals. Or 2, if he's having sex with dead people. So, she looks this guy up on Facebook, and guess where the fuck he works?
The morgue.
The morgue. Yo, that is disgusting.
Is there more?
That's it. He works in the
I'm
morgue.
itchy.
Yeah,
I'm actually
yeah.
itchy. I'm actually itchy.
This is a lesson. Don't let people bust on your face and chest.
Whoa. Hey. Make sure that you know the person before.
Nah, yeah, straight up. Yeah, Tinder is crazy.
Oh.
Bro. The dermatologist said there is only 2 ways. Only 2. So it has to be one or the other. And the brother works in a morgue. So I'm guessing it's not number 1.
That's disgusting, bro.
That's disgusting.
That is
right.
No. Disgusting is like an understatement. So this guy claps dead cheeks at night and then goes claps. I'm itchy. Oh my god, my ears are itchy. Oh, my ears are itchy.
Nah, yeah,
oh, I'm itchy, bro.
I'm telling you, I'm fighting.
So she had parasites on her chest and face.
Yeah, from a dead body.
So you're telling me He didn't have to use lube because the maggots were the lube. The parasites were
Yeah, whatever.
in the dead bodies.
That's so gross.
That I'm itchy, bro. You got me messed. What do you mean? Wait.
Nah, yeah, bro. It's crazy.
What
When I heard
compels
that,
you to be looking at a body, even if the body in front of you was like a fine supermodel?
yeah,
What compels you to put your penis inside?
I don't understand. And that's the other thing too, is I've like know personally people that said this, and I've heard like stories about it. People saying when somebody dies, you can literally see that like their soul is gone, that it doesn't even look like that same person. Like that literally because the body is dead,
Mm-hmm.
it's like the life is gone out of you that it changes your look. So on top of like you said, imagine if it was a sexy supermodel, you probably wouldn't even necessarily see that because like I said, like the life is gone out of the person. It changes the way they look.
I don't feel good.
Nah,
That's
it's
disgusting.
wild. Especially because like the dermatologist, there's only two ways. There's no third way. These are the only two options that this could happen from. And he works in a morgue.
That's disgusting.
So process of elimination.
That's
What's
wild.
even crazier is if it wasn't the dead bodies, it means it has to be animals.
That means
which
that he's
doesn't make
banging
it
his
any
dog.
better.
That doesn't make it any better.
Yeah.
What would you rather choose? I would.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
No, yeah. But that's insane. Also, like you said, know the people you're going on a date with. How do you not know this man worked at a morgue before you went on a date with him? I feel like that's the information that I would try to find out. Or at least know on the date.
So wait, I gotta understand this.
But I also don't know Twinder.
Twinder.
Jeez. Twinder's crazy.
Let me ask you.
But
So I gotta understand this. He put his peen inside the dead body.
Probably
The
multiple
dead
times.
body.
Yeah. Gave him a parasite.
What kind of parasite? Like what parasites live? Like
I don't
the
fucking
maggots?
know.
Like what
yeah,
is
dead
this?
body. I don't
So
know,
what,
bro.
It goes into his penis hole and
I
just
don't know, but I don't want to talk about that one.
I don't feel good.
Yeah.
I don't feel
Itchy
good.
like a motorcycle.
Oh man.
Which is crazy. What do you think that is? Dermatologists listening, why do we like get itchy when those type of things happen? Because it's not the first time. Like to me, it actually happens. Like when we hear stories about this, or like or we watch a video of somebody itching the shit out of themselves.
Yeah.
It makes you itchy. I wonder if it's our minds are that strong that because we're thinking about it, or if it's actually like a reaction.
Damn.
I don't know. We'll find out. Any dermatologists in the comments, let us know.
People.
Yeah, no, that's disgusting,
That's what I'm saying,
bro.
guys. You don't need to clap cheeks the first time. You don't need to clap
Yeah.
cheeks the first night. You really don't.
And also wrap them little freaking things into a condom.
What?
If at least if he busts into a condom, it's up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She woke up with rashes, bro.
That will piss me off,
Rashes.
and I promise you, I'm fighting.
And they're not rashes; they're just
Yeah.
little parasites
Under
burrowed
her
into your
skin.
skin. Next subject. You want to talk about like? Nah. We got no.
So that's Twitter for you guys. Yeah.
People are disgusting.
That's actually disgusting. Actually disgusting. So I had that, and then I had a question for you because I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about this, like, well, not exactly like this, but they were talking about something that had to do with that. So now I want to ask you, being honest, how long do you think you could last being tortured?
Being tortured.
Yeah. Like, say if they like had to torture you for information.
For information.
Do you think you would crack and give that information right away, or you think you'd be able to last a little while?
I don't think so.
You think you bitch
My
the
mental
fuck out right
fortitude
away?
is not.
Yeah, like just imagine. Let's say that you have to give them information,
Okay.
or they're trying to get information from you, and then they say, like, give me the information. You say no, and then they take your hand, and they grab pliers, and they grab your nail with the pliers, and they say, give me the information, and then you say no, and they just rip your nail out of the thing.
Okay.
You think you can handle that, or right after that you're giving them information?
To be honest, I think I want to say I'll be okay with that.
You think so?
I think so. Because I have my nails ripped and like messed up.
No, I'm talking about your whole nail clean off your finger, bro.
Yeah, I had nights where I don't think we were in the same. I don't think I was friends with you, but my middle finger.
Yet, bro. Preface that properly. Yet.
My middle finger.
No, you said I don't think I was friends with you.
Sorry, she's such a sensitive little bitch. Yeah, I don't think I was friends with you yet.
Yeah.
My middle finger.
Damn.
Got infected like here. So,
and you had to pull the whole thing off?
Well, no, there's dead skin. So there was dead skin, and I was just able to like remove. And after my nail was like, it was weird because it was like part of it was dead, but part of it was alive, and part of it was dead. You get me? So you can't pull it clean because there's dead skin between, but there's a live skin in the middle.
Yo, I'm so over this right now. Yo, nothing like me.
So
this guy got a Rafiki laugh.
It smelled. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
That was weird. That was weird. But my sister was like, "Yo, Titi, you can't go to school like this. Your fingers actually smells like it's rotten. Like it smells like when you leave chicken out for too long and it's under the heat. I don't know if you've ever.
Wait. Let's back up a little bit. How did this happen?
So I used to chew my nails. Okay, so
let me
look. So you can bite your nails.
Yeah.
But what I used to do, I used to bite
like
a thin
skin.
layer of the nail and pull it back. And pull it back. And what I used to do, I used to just so I never used to bite the full nail, just layer upon layer. So like shaving it.
That's crazy.
And after eventually it got infected. And I can literally go like this and press what's like.
Bro, you have pica?
What's pica?
When you eat like objects and like shit, like you have to like always have something in your mouth.
Is this a joke?
No.
No.
It's an actual like
I don't know what
syndrome or something like that.
No, but I was diagnosed with but something else where I had like
TLC? Yeah. Like the TV show, like they have like people that eat like couches and stuff.
No.
That's like pica.
For me, it was just I was nervous.
Yeah, it's like a nervous tick type of thing.
So I had 3 nervous ticks. I would either pull my hair, pull my eyelashes, or bite my nails.
Or rub the Jesus H Christmas out of your eyes, right?
Well, no, that was actually hereditary.
Say word.
My sister has it. My niece is having it too. So I'm telling my nieces not to.
So the thing, like with your eyes, is hereditary, or the rubbing?
Just the irritation with the eyes.
Oh, okay.
Because my eyes were just it's just weird. Okay, but like going back, so I was just sheave layers. So there was a part where the middle of my skin, my nail was healthy, but crazy. Both sides were rotten. And my sister was like, "You need it smells. Titi, I can smell it from here. I can smell your the finger."
That's actually disgusting.
It was really bad. It was really bad.
That's actually disgusting.
So I used to cover it up, and after. Eventually, I was like, okay, screw it. And I just kept on pushing my nail. But then it wasn't working. So my dad's like, this is what you do. You use hot water, boiling hot water, and you just drip it down on your finger. Bro, when I tell you, I went through shit.
Okay, so then you think that, so that's not torture.
It's not torture.
That's crazy.
I did it. My dad did it for me. Had to do it for both my toes. My toes. And then I had to do it for my finger. And I did it for my finger, and after I just pulled the finger. So the middle part was still healthy skin.
That's crazy.
So
all right, okay, so that's not torture. You could handle that.
My break is don't cut my genitalia.
No, that's like max. I'm talking about next step would be they take like metal cutters and they cut all the tips of your fingers.
No. I don't want.
That's what I mean. So they had like the metal cutters here, and they say, "Give us the information." You think you're all right? Cool.
I know.
Tony's in the back.
No, I know there are some people on TikTok like I have no fingers.
That's crazy.
I can't do that.
Yeah. Okay. So you wouldn't even let one come off. You would tell them information.
Off.
Yeah.
I like all my fingers on my shaft.
You don't want to get a hand job from. I was about to say a crazy word that we're not allowed to say.
I don't know what.
A little person. Okay.
A little person?
Yeah, like your hand is like a little person.
No, bro, that's weird. And I can't make coffee. I can't hold things. I'm gonna mess myself up. No.
Yeah, okay, so that you would right away you would say no.
They're in the closet.
Yeah.
They're in the closet. They're hidden between.
But pulling your nails off, you would be able to keep information.
I'll be okay.
Okay, another one. We'll just go over the scenarios.
Go ahead.
Because that the nail thing is crazy to me. I think I'll snap after the first one. Or even before, you're not pulling my nail clean out everything.
And it hurts.
But not
throbbing.
So then, would this one bother you? I feel like this one will bother you.
So long as my eyes are my genitalia.
Nah, yeah, they're not cutting anything off. They're tipping, putting you on your back.
Water.
They're having just a drip of water, drip in your forehead like this.
Okay.
Constantly. Which supposedly that messes with people's mind.
It does because it's the nerves. It just keeps
the mental part of it.
Well, it's not only the mental part, but it's also like the fact that it messes up your equilibrium, and it also messes up your sleep pattern. Because
you can't ever go to sleep because it's a consistent.
And also, especially when they do it in a way where it's not what's it called?
There's not a pattern.
It's not a pattern.
Yeah,
so
pissed me off.
So it's a
So
huge
like it will
thing.
happen once, and then maybe 30 seconds later, and then it could be 2 hours later.
Yeah. But
yeah, that
you
will
know
make
that
me
it's
go
always
crazy.
going to hit you, and your brain is always it's like, no, you gotta
Yeah,
stay
so
awake.
you can never be calm.
You can never
You're
be calm.
always worrying when is it coming.
Exactly.
So how long do you think you could last for that?
How long?
Yeah.
I've meditated before.
So you think you could do it? So like a ballpark like time frame. They set you up at 7 a.m.
What's the average time?
Okay, let's say this. It's 7 a.m.
Okay.
You're kidnapped. They have you tied down. They start this at 7 a.m. They say at noon, we're coming back for information. You think you're lasting those 4 hours?
I'll be good for 24 hours. More than, I think
24
at least
hours?
24 hours will be
But
good.
when they come for that information, you're going to be a different person.
My head's going to hurt like hell. Like hell. But I've had really bad headaches. Headaches to the point where I wasn't able to see my sides.
Your peripheral
My
was gone?
peripherals were messed up. Like, for example, I would see, like, look
Damn.
over here, and you...
Like
I
you'd
don't
be
know.
blurry?
No. You know how, like, you have water sometimes? Like, sometimes water drops into your eye?
Yeah.
And, like,
And it
obscures
gets
your eye?
blurry, yeah.
But it's like, I would see you, but, like, your face, there'll be, like, a crater.
Okay.
You never had those?
No, you
No?
need
No,
you need new eyes.
That happened one time. That happened one time before I had glasses. It was also a time before I met you.
Also, though, what's it called? I've had a weird thing. I think we talked about this before.
What?
With my eyes, where I'll literally just be standing there, and then my eyes will look like I zoomed the hell out.
Yeah. You told me that.
And then I'll feel like I'm mad big because
Mhm.
everything looks zoomed out.
Yeah.
And it will stay like that for a while, and then it will like just
Does
go
it still
back by
happen?
itself. Hasn't happened in a long time.
You told me, okay.
Like a long time, and it used to mess with me because literally I would go grab something,
Mhm.
and it'll feel like my hand is mad far away, but I know it's not because I can like feel the thing in my hand,
Mhm.
but it looks like I'm super far away.
It's crazy.
Like it looks like my arm is longer. So I was
Okay.
like, what is going on?
Have you ever had those feelings? It usually happens right after a nap. Like, look, there's like three types of naps. Like the first nap where, okay, like you've had a nap, right?
Yeah.
The second nap is like, what time is it, right?
Yeah.
And after the third nap is like, okay, I'm awake. I feel like I'm on autopilot, walking to my kitchen, grabbing my water, my glass. Like I know that I'm doing these actions,
Yeah.
but I'm not doing them. I'm seeing myself do them.
No, I've never.
You
That's
never had that shit?
crazy.
It's happened to me several
Is that
times.
like the what's it called? That
Like in Get Out, like
yeah.
Yeah.
I've never.
You've never had
experienced
that shit?
That would make me lose my mind. Actually, I've never. That's actually crazy. This happened to you multiple times.
Yeah.
Isn't that when it's what's it called? What's that freaking thing called?
Not astral projection.
Astrophysics is crazy.
No, astral projection. Jeez.
No, the thing like what's it called with the sleep and stuff?
Sleep?
Like night terrors or whatever.
Okay.
Is that what that is?
No.
It's like one of the things, like the people that
no.
get like frozen in their sleep.
No, not like that.
Yeah.
Like imagine.
Have you had that happen to you?
One time, twice actually.
I think it actually happened to me recently.
Oh shit.
It scared the shit out of me.
Did you
I was
see
in my
something?
bed, and I'm pretty sure I went to sleep
Okay.
because I felt like I went to sleep, but then I heard a sound like in my hallway. So my head shot fast as shit to my hallway,
Mhm.
and I was looking at the hallway, but then it was like I thought I saw something in the hallway, so I was trying to look at it, but I couldn't see. But it felt like something was there, and when I was trying to turn my head back, it felt like I was doing this.
Oh yeah, I've had
It
that.
fucked
I've
with
had
me.
that.
I was like, "What the fuck is going on, bro?" Yo, turn your head. And I felt like I was forcing it. And I felt like my neck was doing this, but I don't think I was actually moving. But it felt like I was trying to force, and my head wasn't moving. But I know I was looking in that direction. But I
Okay.
was trying to put my head back this way.
I had. Damn.
And it literally happened to me. Like I was like this. I was looking at the shit, and it felt like I said, it felt like there was something in the hallway,
Okay.
and I was trying to look at it, but I didn't want to look at it, so I was trying to look back this way, but it was not
You're
allowing me to
struggling.
look
Yeah,
back.
I've had.
And
that.
I was
I've had
like, I
those.
felt like I was straining my neck,
Yeah.
and then like I felt like I came out of it, and I felt like I was like tired. I was like, what the fuck just happened? So I don't know what that was, but I did not like that shit. And like I actually felt like fear.
Okay.
Like when I was looking in the hallway, like I was like, no, there's something in the
There's
hallway.
something in the
So I
hallway.
don't know if that's that shit. What was the what's it called?
The hag.
The hag riding you or some shit. But
Okay.
I'm cool with all
It's
this.
usually the hag or the man who has the hat
Yeah.
with the green eye, red eyes.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If I actually saw a figure in the hallway, I promise you, I don't care what kind of hold they have on me, I'll be screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't really scream because like.
That's right. That's it. Because that's the thing. Do you think if, say, like my wife was awake, do you think she would have saw me trying to struggle to go back, or
Unless
do you think
she's-
I wasn't moving?
Unless she's like looking at you directly, she would never know.
That's me. So do you think my body actually wasn't moving? I thought it was, or do you think I actually was trying to force
no,
against
I think
it?
your body was moving.
Damn.
Yeah, because
Nah, that messed with me.
there are times where I literally feel the motion, and it just feels like
it feels like somebody's holding my head back.
Yeah,
this way.
my face.
Nah, I didn't like that at all.
Damn, bro.
That's the first time it ever happened to me in my life.
For me, it was like, so you never had like the nap where, because my naps were like, I wake up and let's say I'm like, okay, time to go to the bathroom. Yeah. My body would just be like, okay, walking and walking and walking.
Nah, I've never had that.
You never had that?
That's crazy.
Like your body's on autopilot?
But
let me see.
Nah, I've never had that. But I will say, my mom said I used to sleepwalk.
That's crazy.
And what's crazy, even to go like full circle with this whole Nathan, everyone knows Nathan's life now.
Mm-hmm.
One time my mom said I sleptwalked when I was a kid, and she was downstairs like watching TV still. I came down the stairs, and she's like, Nathan? I didn't answer her. I walked all the way down the stairs. I went towards the front door. She's like, Nathan? And I was in my pajamas. And then she said, I opened the front door, and she's like, Nathan! And she ran to go get me, and then I was walking towards like two cats fighting, and looked like I was going to separate them.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Me was going to separate two cats fighting in my sleep.
Here it is.
Don't scare
me. Depersonalization, derealization disorder symptoms. The primary symptom of depersonalization,
mental problems,
derealization disorder is a distorted perception of the body. The person might feel like they are a robot or in a dream. So like, yeah.
So, but like, so you've like, it's like those like movies, like Ghost type of thing. With Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
Like you actually saw yourself moving.
I saw myself holding the glass, pouring the water, but I'm
but
not
you didn't
touching.
Feel like it was,
I'm not touching. I'm not touching.
Go get the ding. Yeah, we need.
No, I haven't
get
had
this
that
juju out of here.
No, actually, I've had that recently, but it was before. It was before it got hot.
So now my question is.
Yeah.
You like saw yourself doing that. Mm-hmm. So, but then you just went back to bed.
No, I continued. I went to the office and worked, and then I was able to like snap back.
But then, so like you snap back, and then you're already like working, like that was your day started.
What do you mean? No, okay.
Or
so
like you snap back and you actually sleep.
So I was working. I was like, okay, time to
go. You went
time
for
to
a nap.
work.
Yeah.
So I took like a 15-minute nap, and during that time, the thing ran off. And I was like, okay, that's my fan because I usually turn my fan on in my break. I'm like, okay, time to turn it off. My hand turns it off. I'm like, okay, kitchen, and my body goes and I'm in the kitchen. But then I'm like, oh, I need to get some water. And I see the action. I'm like, okay, time to drink. And my body drinks. I drink it. Then I go back into the office. And it's only when I sit down, I'm like, okay, let me get my mic, put my mic closer, and But everything else, I didn't feel myself pressing the button. Crazy. I didn't feel myself pouring the water. And I didn't feel the water going down. I just saw myself do that.
One of those crazy? Yeah, it's wild. What happens if... Like, imagine if that was actually, like, somebody taking over your body, and you went back to work, and then you, like, snap out of it, and you're working, and then you get an instant message, doo-doo. Titi, what did you just write to that client? And then you go back, and the message says, like, the crippling fear that you will feel in this world is nothing compared to what I will make happen to you today. Like, you wrote some demon-ass message.
That would be scary. That for me.
Yeah, already that's scary. Seeing myself doing some shit.
Yeah.
Nah, I've never. Like I said, that thing scared the hell out of me, and I was ready to be done with that night.
Have I ever scared myself before? No.
Yeah, I don't know what. Oh yeah, so this torture thing. So yeah. Back to because we went on.
We went off on a huge tangent.
So yeah, you could take the nails getting ripped out. You can't take your fingertips getting cut off.
I don't like that.
And no, I'm not even going to genitals because I would the second they went near it, I would say. Timmy is over there. Go get him. This is a social insurance number. I don't care anymore.
Birthday, address,
if I'm
everything.
A snitch, get me. I don't care.
I don't care.
But I'm trying to think what's another. Okay, so we did the water. You think you could last 24 hours? I honestly don't know, to be honest with that. I think it will piss me off. Like I said, I feel like I would like try to do my strongest to like, but I feel like when they came back to get the information, good luck because now I'm cracked the hell out. That's what I feel like. They'd be like, "What's the information?" Like, what's the information? You're like, "You messed me up, bro. You done put water on the freaking like the heater. There's nothing else we can do. You fried me up." So okay, so you do the nail. The fact that you can do the nails, you think easily, it scares me.
Yeah, bro. I've had to go to sleep in the middle of the night with my fingers. Remember, I used to like chew my nails with like I had to like sleep on the bed. that I had to put my fingers in the direction of the fan because my fingers would like throb all night, all night, all night.
And none of this made you think, hey, let me stop doing this.
It was a bad tick.
That's
it was
crazy.
a bad tick. Yeah, I don't chew my nails anymore.
Crazy. Okay, so torturing, you think you could last? Okay, so based off that one, you think you could last 24 hours at least?
Yeah.
Before, but then after that 24 hours, you're giving them the information. If say like we're gonna, oh, you think you're good? Let's go another 24. Then you're saying, nah.
Yeah. I've been through. Anything with heat, I can't do.
That's the thing. Okay, yeah. So that's actually, it was a podcast, and they were reading a book,
Mm-hmm.
and in that book, the people in like their second year of like the schooling that they do,
Mm-hmm.
every second year has to go through like a torture with their team to see if they'd actually be able to hold on to information, like if they were given it. So it's like a whole like, it's an actual like school activity,
Mm-hmm.
but the people don't play because like in the school like they're like dragon riders or whatever.
Okay.
So like they have like enemies. So
Okay.
if ever the enemy like got hold of them, they want to see if they'd be able to hold a secret because your team might be your team like later on in the field, like once you
Mhm.
graduate. So they do it, but supposedly, and it's like people from their school, they don't play, like at all. They don't play. You could actually, they literally, like, because the girl that was in the school, her
Mhm.
older sister, went to that schooling, but only certain people go because you have to be like a dragon rider. You have to like bond with a dragon. Some
Mhm.
fantasy shit.
Yeah, I
Interesting
remember
as
that.
hell. You know about this?
You told me about it.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
that they do that, and she said, be careful, because multiple second years die during this thing. Like they don't play with the torture, even though it's their students and like their like fellow teammates.
Mhm.
They will actually kill you.
Yeah.
And supposedly, if you give up the information,
Mm-hmm.
you're also dead.
Damn.
Yeah. But so like this girl did it, and she's like, okay, so obviously I can't die. I need to get through this.
Yeah.
But before that happened, she got into like this big thing with a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
and her dragon is like the second best dragon
Mm-hmm.
of like all the dragons, and the teacher's dragon is like lower than her dragon, even though she's a student. She
Mhm.
bonded with a super strong dragon,
Okay.
and this guy was beating the shit out of her, I think. And he said that her dragon was like, because supposedly dragons and humans are not supposed to interact.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, I can't do anything because this is like human business. But the guy kept beating the shit out of her to the point where her dragon said, nah, fuck this shit. You're gonna stop beating the person. Took his dragon and beat the shit out of the teacher's dragon and made the shit squeal. And blood was gushing from like the dragon's neck to the point where, and he told his like the teacher, the owner, get on your knees and apologize to my rider. So her dragon made the teacher get on his knees and apologize to her for doing what he did.
That's nice.
So then he's like, yeah. And he did that in front of the whole school. So this teacher was embarrassed by his whole school by a student.
Oh shit.
And the dragon overstepped his place.
So what happened?
So then he's like, cool. See you soon. And then she's getting tortured in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, give us the information. And they're like, no. And she's like, okay, but it's my teammates, right? Like, they're going to torture us, but they're not going to go. So give them the information. She said no. This guy punched her directly square in her face. And she was like, and he's like, give me the information. She's like, never. Square in her face again. Pow! And she was like,
Why is he so serious?
yeah, that's what they don't play, bro. And then he goes, bang, 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 bang. Like to the point where she was like, done. And then he's like, oh, so you're a strong one. He's like, but I know what's you. You can take the punishment, but you can't see it happen to other people. So then he's like, cool, I'm done with you. He went up to her best friend that's in her group
Mhm.
and smacked the ever-living shit out of her. Her head hit the wall and knocked her out clean. And she's like, stop, stop, stop. She's like, messed up. She's like, stop doing that. He goes to another person, beats the shit out of him until he knocks out. And she's like, stop doing this, stop doing this. And then he comes back to her. He's like, so you think you're tough, huh? And then you hear a door open. It's the freaking teacher. And supposedly he's known for torturing people.
Oh shit.
So he's like, oh, I knew your team was strong, but we're not finished yet. And then supposedly he destroys her. So that's where I got the torturing thing from. I don't know how it ends, but that shit made me say, you know what? Reading might not be a bad thing.
Yeah. Yes.
I feel like you know this, like, you probably know of the story.
I probably know, yeah, I've heard about.
But it sounds crazy.
I've read it. Like, I thought about it. But the only thing I don't like.
Is the super fantasy part of it?
No, the romance.
Yeah, well, I was gonna tell you this one kind of crazy though. I don't know. It's because they have like you bond with a dragon, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then there's also dragons that are bonded together.
Okay.
So if you bond with a dragon and it's bonded to a certain dragon that somebody else is,
Mm-hmm.
now you're technically bonded to that person because your dragons have to stay together.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're with that person. So that happened with her and like this guy. But because you're bonded to your dragon, you can feel like what the dragon feels.
Yeah.
So, yeah, wild. Wait, it gets better. The dragons were clapping cheeks. And she was in her room feeling something weird and she didn't understand what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So she went to her like friend who's like bonded with the dragon that she's bonded with.
Mm-hmm.
Like the mate of her dragon. And he was already smoking a joint because he knows what this is because he's older than her.
Okay.
So he knows what's happening and he has to smoke a joint to try to forget about it because his dragon is taking her dragon down.
Jesus Christ.
And she can feel that, but she doesn't realize what it is, but she can actually feel like the sexual tension.
Jeez.
And so this guy smokes through it, like to get through it. She
Mhm.
doesn't understand what's going on. So she goes to ask him and then he explains it to her. Or no, she said, what's going on? I don't understand because he's acting weird too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, tell me what's going on. And now, so this guy's feeling this stuff, but trying to be like good about it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, ask me nicely. But he said it in like a seductive voice. So she's already feeling stuff because of them doing stuff.
Mhm.
So supposedly they clap cheeks too. I was like, God damn.
So it's just
And
like, yeah.
books be saying some stuff.
Yeah, bro. That's why I don't really.
Yeah.
I don't really like
and so
romance,
yeah,
but-
and yeah, because sometimes they go wild. Remember I told you
Yeah.
that story that my wife was reading?
Yeah, that
This, I'll suck the. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay. But yeah, so the torture,
Mhm.
you can handle the fact. I swear, like we have to reassess our friendship. You can take somebody ripping your nails clean out your hands.
Yeah, bro.
That's insane. I honestly don't know if there's any torture I could actually handle. I think I'll bitch out.
Hmm.
I feel like potentially the water one I could do, but like I said, I feel like it will turn me into a crack monster. Like I'll be messed up after. I'll be crazy.
It really depends, but yeah.
That's the only thing, because that one's not like an actual physical
Or,
thing.
like,
It's more.
I
of a
just
mental
don't want. Yeah.
Because anything physical, like
Just
freaking,
don't
like,
take away
crushing
my.
fingers, cutting fingers off,
I don't want to cut my fingers.
paper cuts in between your fingers. How long do you think you're lasting?
But that's the thing for me. Like these things, I don't know, because it can always change.
I
But
think it's just inconvenient.
yeah, I just I've had the splinters,
Yeah, I get splinters all the time.
like multiple like splinters that like stay there for a while, and I had to like take a knife to like
Yeah, cut it open
Cut it
because the
open.
skin like grew over it, right?
Yeah.
it's happened to
that
me.
shit was
Yeah.
that was
Bro, I've
some
had so many
Rambo
splinters.
shit in the forest. That I felt like Rambo just cutting the pieces and taking that shit
One time
out.
I pulled a splinter clean out of my skin with my fingers.
Oh shit.
I was at work and it happened, and I was like, "Is that a splinter?" And I was looking, and then you know, how, like when you go over the skin, you can feel like something in your skin.
Mhm.
I was like, "Ow!" But then I realized there was like an edge, like the edge was still sticking out.
Yeah.
So I was like, I literally grabbed it, and I felt it moving in my skin, and I just pulled it out, and the thing was like big like this,
Damn.
and it was actually like thick too,
Jeez.
and I was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Damn, that feels better."
The worst for me, the worst splinter I've ever had in my life was at work. We had to do like a huge cleaning because we were we were having this inspection over the weekend, and I had to clean the faucet. Yeah, I had to clean the faucet, and the faucet was rusty as hell. So I took the sponge and I was cleaning it. And after the tip, I had to like clean the tip, and when I went like this, when I rotated my fingers got caught in like the I don't know the grains of metal.
That's a
That-
metal splinter.
Yeah, metal splinter.
Woo!
So I had like four of them in like my fingers.
Yeah, ouch.
So over the time, I had to like sharpen the scissors. I had scissors, but the scissors weren't really good. So I had to like sharpen the scissors and after cut little incisions in my fingers and just take them out, bro.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
It was like sitting on the nerve where my hand was. I can't explain
Like
it.
twitching.
It was not twitching. It was like ripples of pain.
Bro, I had a.
Ripples.
That's crazy. Yeah, I had a splinter at one part in my hand, and the skin was so like dry and like dead, I guess, from
Mhm.
like calluses, that I was able to cut into it and I didn't even feel it.
Yeah, bro. That's my feet. That's my feet right now. Cause yeah. It's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Eh,
So now you want to talk about? the thing?
Yes, I
Yeah,
want
it's
to talk
gonna be a
about
long
this one.
episode.
This one, yeah.
We went off tangents. We need to stick to our
Okay, let's talk because this one I really do want to talk about
schedule. Okay, so
because earlier this week, and I'm kind of annoyed because I've been preach spoke about this earlier. But if you guys don't know, the Wizard Liz, basically she's the biggest female dating guru and relationship guru, life guru of like on YouTube. No, I would say relationship guru. And it was in May 2025. It was found out that her husband was cheating on her, and she was pregnant, 4 months pregnant.
Wild.
But the thing is like, if you want to watch the full breakdown, I think that you should watch Abbott and Preach. But the reason why I'm breaking this up is because what I realized is that with people who are like these gurus, what annoys me, especially with a guy, manipulation guy.
Yeah.
Fugazi, right?
Yeah.
Fugazi. What annoys me about a lot of these people, especially the gurus, is that the way they talk is as if like they know the secret of life. You know what I'm talking about?
They don't have any kind of education.
That's the craziness.
It's just bullshit. And I was gonna say, what's crazy about those is every single life coach, guru, all of that, never is actually living that life.
They're never. It's funny how you mention
literally
that.
never living that life.
It's always it's the funniest thing because the irony is like they're going to tell you how to live a life. They're going to pay you to tell you how crazy is it.
And you're not even living that life.
And not even living that life. You're living the total opposite, and you're lying about this. And the thing is, so for her, like Liz, the wizard, like she got cheated on. Husband was talking to some girl on Snapchat and all that shit. And the thing is like she's 26 years old,
which is another crazy thing.
It annoys me because it's like, okay, mate, you don't know shit. The reason why the reason why I say that is because the older I got, the more I realized I don't know shit about it.
Shit.
And the more I learn about stuff, I'm like, oh shit, you know what? Don't ever talk as if you know.
That's the other thing too. I will say is as we get older, we realize we didn't know shit, but also at one point in our lives, we thought we knew everything.
Yes.
And I think that's the difference with the people nowadays is we didn't have the internet to do this. So we were probably saying the same shit as her kind of at that age, but we were just saying it amongst ourselves.
Yes.
They now amongst themselves is the internet.
The internet. And
so that's why it's all on the internet.
Yes, exactly that.
But it's crazy the fan base that she has.
They're not even fans. I wouldn't call them fans. They're like
freaking
worshippers.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. It's crazy the fact that they like the way they talk about her.
Yes.
And what's also crazy, I was gonna say like at the beginning, is how you said she's like the biggest like relationship guru, and I know nothing about her.
That's
I literally before that video I didn't have any idea who she was.
Same here.
Just the algorithms is like.
I think I saw one video, but I was like, I saw one video, and it was the same thing. Like, girl, how to get what you want from a guy without sleeping with him. 10 ways how to get it in 2021.
Oh yeah.
I was like, so disgusting. What?
I want you to sit here quietly.
Get out here.
And then we're going to.
With this ASMR.
Yo, when I heard that shit, I was like, what?
But everyone's doing it. Everyone's doing the ASMR and meditation. Because the funny thing is.
Money meditation is crazy.
It's the most vain, one of the most vain shit that you can can ever do. It's crazy. So like, so this shit led me down the path of like finding people, controversial people throughout history who have like lied about like who have not this because she didn't really lie about her life, but the way she was going, it wasn't really like genuine. Yeah, it was not good. Genuine. So the ones I'm going to give you right now are the crazies. Like
these all like back in history, you talking about like way long ago?
No, these are recent.
Like
these
all recent.
Like, the most is like 30 years, like 20, 30 years ago.
That's still a long ass time, bro.
I guess.
Well, just meaning for like the
there's
internet
only one.
itself.
There's one that's 30 years ago.
Like, but this was all on the internet still.
This one's still being practiced.
Damn. Okay.
So, have you ever heard of breatharian?
Not really.
Okay, so breatharians are people who study breatharianism. It's a pseudo-scientific belief that claims individuals can survive off light, air, and water, and they don't need food. Let's go to Jazz Muheen. This girl, real name Ellen Grieve, she said she hasn't eaten food for 19 years, bro. She had seminars, people paying thousands of dollars, up to $2,000, going to her seminars for her to teach them the secrets of life, of how to not need any nourishments besides the sun and the air.
And this bitches out there eating Big Macs and everything. That's the thing, though, too.
It's crazy.
No, yeah. This one's really crazy to me because I don't even understand what's like. Well, I understand what she's doing. She's finding crazy people,
Mhm.
but I'm just saying, what is it that you're looking for? Like, why do you want to learn how to never have to eat again?
Because people are sad. But literally,
I don't get it.
That's the because I went through it. I was doing all the research, and one thing I realized was this, right? Especially for the gurus, one thing for the thing about these gurus are specialists is that when they get there's a realm of truths, meaning like for example, hey, if you don't water your grass on a really hot day, your grass is going to die.
Yeah.
So therefore, you need to water your grass.
Yeah.
If you don't water your grass, you have to create a schedule so that your grass doesn't die. So you water your grass regularly. Okay, so I'm just giving you the basic advice, right?
Yeah.
These are what you call realms of truth. That okay, anyone can test this out and anyone can do this, right?
It's gonna coincide with you, or it's gonna.
It lines up.
Yeah, it's gonna line up with you in some way.
So you have that, but what the problem is that you have people who say so many truths within the realm that they feel like, oh no, you know what? I'm not just someone who knows all these things. I see myself as a prophet. I see myself as a guru. I see myself as a special appointed, anointed person from God.
Like you think because of them doing that and the following they're getting, or you think before the even following happens, they already feel that way?
So it's almost like the chicken and egg situation, but I do think that it's like they have a certain belief in them, in themselves, and after the traction of people being
just
like, oh
validates that.
Validates it. So now you have people no offense, I keep on bringing up his name, but Jordan Peterson. I have 2 of his books. I've read several of his Bible series. I'm not even a Christian. I've read several of his Bible series. I've watched many of his lectures and seminars. Those lectures, and the thing is, this guy crashed. And let's just put it this way: he believes a bunch of things that are very pseudoscience and just a lot of stupid shit. But the reason why people are clinging to him right now is because in his past he has said some really universal truths.
Of course.
About relationships. But for him, he got it so how you say he went too far. Where he's like, if I master the psychology between I'm a psychologist. If I'm really good at this, that means if I apply that amount of effort in other worlds or other things,
it's gonna work the same.
It's gonna work the same. It doesn't.
Of course it doesn't.
It doesn't. So Jordan Peterson. So he, sad to say, but it's he and all these people, but him on a lesser degree. But a lot of people feel that way. So this lady basically held several seminars, thousands of dollars. Man. People went into there, and 3 people died. It took 4 people to 3 people to die for CBS 60 Minutes to travel to Australia because she lived in Australia to be like, okay, can you witness you survive 1 week without food? She's challenged to accept it. I'm like, what? Really?
And it didn't happen.
Bro, she barely survived 2 days.
Of course.
You find food in her pantry. You find milk, cream, coffee, and all this stuff in the fridge. And people were like, and the thing was, she was about to die because she had a nutritionist, and the nutritionist was like, oh, your blood pressure is low, and your heartbeat, your pulse is beating
way
twice.
Too high, yeah.
It's way too high. She's like, and they said, okay, well, we have to stop. So they stopped the whole experiment, and people were saying you shouldn't have stopped because her body was about to give up, and her soul was going to be released into the next plane of existence. You can't win with these people.
Oh my God, man.
You can't win.
There's no point because you're not even talking to somebody sane.
No.
They're just they've lost their mind.
They've lost their mind. So.
Yo, man. But
okay.
That's my whole thing is I just don't even understand. What is it that I've never in my life thought, yo, how can I never eat food again?
Yeah. Just some people
and
just
teach
think
me,
so.
Please. I don't even understand.
Some people just and those people, and that's what I was trying to say before. It was there are just people who feel down or sad about themselves, and they cling to anything that gives them reason.
For sure.
And it's so sad because so many people have died because of some other pseudoscientific practices.
Yeah, something stupid.
Something
This is the first one.
This is the first one. The second one is not as bad. Like, I'm not gonna go too much with this guy, Derek Jackson. Remember him?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
The
Is
black
he
guy.
still like? Is he something?
Bro, he's a sucker.
By the way, like, is he actually still on the internet?
Kind of, yes, ish. Last thing I read was that he blames his relationship with God for his infidelity, for talking and sleeping with so many women. Because his relationship with God was not strong, so therefore he was too weak to resist the flesh, so he slept with so many women. Yeah, it's so dumb. So he's another example of someone who was not practicing what he was preaching. Because you remember his videos?
Nah, yeah, he was
Ladies,
wild.
if your man doesn't do this and this and this for you, if he doesn't do this for that and that for you, if he doesn't go through these things for you, that means he doesn't love you. Blah, blah, blah. So you need to find yourself a stronger man. See, myself, the moment you said myself is when you fucked up. That's when the universe was like, okay, bro, I'm going to test you. I'm going to send the baddest bitch to to DM you.
Wasn't it like, it wasn't even about like him saying that and then you're going to have these people. Wasn't he already doing it even before?
He was, we don't know too much. It's just that he got caught in 2021. But he's been making content from 2009? Yeah, from 2000, no. Yeah, 2013? Sorry, what was it? No, 2009 to 2021.
That's what I mean, because wasn't it also like the people that came out said that he had like been with them for years?
Yeah.
Type of thing?
Some of them. He's been having long, and he always, when he goes to their what's it called? To their
places.
Yeah, their place, like their cities. And he's like, oh, I'm here, there, let me clap some cheeks and let me leave. All right, so we're almost done. We got one more? One more. Yeah, one more.
Damn.
We got this one is freaking messed up. Belle Gibson. She lied about having terminal illnesses. She lied about Belle.
Oh, I was like, Bill Gibson?
Bill Gibson. That's shout out to you, Bill, whoever you are. Imagine someone comments. Yeah, Belle Gibson.
The one that they made like the document. No, that was Oh, it was the one that they made the documentary.
Who had, and also on Netflix, she has like a series, Apple Cider, I think, or something.
Yeah.
She said that you don't need chemo, you don't need any kind of surgical medical intervention. All you need is to eat natural foods and just try what's it called oxygen. Oxygen therapy. Oxygen therapy is not a bad thing. Oxygen therapy is like if you have like lung cancer or a lung problem or you have COVID and you need help. That's oxygen therapy.
Okay.
But she's like, if you want to get rid of your cancer, you just need to apply these holistic things.
Yo.
People have got cancer patients.
Of course.
Have said, you know what? I'm gonna listen to her and not the doctor who's been stuck
for the past 25 years.
Yes. You know how fucking annoying that shit is, bro? How insulting is? God. How is it? It's like I'm someone who studied day and night, had surgeries that lasted 12 hours and all that shit, only for you to be like dismissed because some person said that with no evidence said that you don't have to do what the doctors are telling you have to do. Just listen to me because I was able to get rid of my cancer with just this holistic medication. How dare you? And she didn't go to jail, I believe. Yeah, she was only fined $350,000.
I thought you were about to say 350.
No.
Just
I would be fucking. I would be crazy. Royally pissed off.
But she has mad money, right? So she was probably able to get it off with nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, So those are just people. So the whole thing is that annoyed me is just that you find people who are just down in life, and these gurus will just capitalize on them.
Of course.
Instead of these people telling you, hey, maybe you should seek some therapy. Maybe you should do things in your life. Someone's going to be like, no, you're perfect just the way you are, but you can do more if you just listen to me. Not only listen to me, pay a few couple of $1,000.
Yeah.
And then I'll give you the secrets to like how I beat cancer. How about if you were so important and you were able to cure cancer, wouldn't you be like the number one person doctors would go to?
Wouldn't you like share that information?
Yeah. But you gotta charge people. You're not good. So
especially because it's always just about the money.
Yeah.
Like they don't actually, and that's why they're able to lie because like these idiots are actually gonna listen to me.
Yeah.
Why not?
The money, the power, the fame. The money and the power of the fame. So guys, so Liz the Wizard, she just remind me of all these other people who have come on the internet and they're just making up these lies about this stuff.
But actually, no. When I seen that video, When I seen the money meditation, I was like, oh my god.
What are you doing, girl?
Nah, yeah, that was actually crazy. You literally, that's what the thing that's the crazy about for me with those things is,
Mhm.
yo, you didn't do this live. You set up a camera, you said this stupid shit, and then he's like, yo, wanna know what? Yes. I need to post this. And then you post it with no shame.
No,
That's what's crazy
but
to me.
people buy into that.
Yeah,
People
of course.
with no self-esteem, low spirit, they just don't feel good about themselves. They're susceptible to it. I remember one story during the pandemic. This guy invaded like this wealthy family and was able to take all their cash.
Yeah, I remember.
All, do you remember that?
Bro.
Took all their cash, made them against each other. One killed one. Like how? Because you're low spirited and you just don't. You guys don't love this in yourselves.
I don't get it.
So, anyways, that was the crazy thing I found out this week. But yeah.
All right. So you want me to finish off with the last question I have? Well,
Yeah, I think
another
we're
topic thing that I want to talk is I seen this past week and it made me think about other times that I've heard about this.
Okay.
Vanessa Bryant. There was a rumor going around that she was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know all the details, but I know that she like clapped back and said, "I'm not pregnant," and like just living my best life.
Yes.
But the amount of like comments that went back, like, "How dare you?" and do all like this, like
she
because
owns
she's
them?
like, yeah, or she's like disrespecting Kobe. But also, from what I know, she's in her late 40s or like in her 40s.
Mm-hmm.
She already has 4 kids, I think,
Mm-hmm.
minus what's called
Really
Gianna or
Yeah.
that passed away with Kobe. So now you lost a child. You're in your 40s. You already have 4 kids. Like, I really don't think she's having any more kids. But even if she decided to, this whole thing of you're disrespecting your Kobe that passed away, Kobe has gone. It's sad to say, but the man is gone. So I don't understand this mindset of you're disrespecting him.
It's crazy.
No, you're not.
It's crazy.
So even if she was pregnant, leave the woman alone.
It's like you. I don't.
If
you
she
don't
has a
own
new
her.
partner, yeah, leave her alone.
100%.
I would even say if you like Kobe the way that everyone says that they like Kobe or love Kobe and things, why are you not leaving his wife alone and letting her just live her life? The man is gone. So if anybody is upset, it's her.
Yeah.
If anybody's grieving him or feeling like some way,
It's her.
I guarantee she's not going to disrespect man. And you also can't disrespect somebody that's not here anymore.
Yeah.
But also, it's not disrespectful to move on and to be happy in your life.
It's like they
or
want her to
find
wallow in her
happiness.
bed, cry all day,
That's
be
what I
like Kobe,
understand.
Kobe, Kobe.
But what's crazy to me is about that is they act like that's what they want,
Mm.
but then they wouldn't do that themselves, or they don't even live their way like that.
No, they don't. Because the way
So
we
it's like
see
you
her,
want these people to be on like a different like level than you. Like
yes,
you should be able to do this, but I definitely can't do this.
because the way they see her, they don't see her as a human. They see her as
As Kobe's
my
wife.
my
Yeah.
idol's wife.
Which
and it's
is
like
insulting to her.
Insulting as
She's
fuck.
her own person.
Same thing with Lauren London. They're like, because Nipsey Hussle died, you can't marry anyone else. You can't be with anyone else. You are not for anyone else except for Nipsey. And it's like, who
Nipsey
the
is
fuck
dead,
do you?
bro.
Nipsey has been dead. Don't like. Just because she's with someone else doesn't mean that she's disrespecting Nipsey.
And that's what, like I said,
It's
all these
crazy.
people that think Kobe and Nipsey and all these good, if they're as good as men that you think they are, then I guarantee that they want their wives to be happy. And if that means they find a new person, if that means they get pregnant again and have a new child,
Yeah.
then I'm pretty sure those two people are happy for that person. But at the end of the day, they're gone.
Yeah.
We don't know what the afterlife is. Maybe they watch it. We don't know.
By the end
But
of
they're
the day,
gone.
even if
So
they're in
there's
the
nothing
afterlife,
that they can do.
exactly. Just respect
So
your
just
partner.
enjoy your life, bro. That's how I
Oh.
understand it. That what's crazy to me is about this day and age.
Mhm.
We talk so much about like don't judge people, don't do this, but then all the internet does is judge people.
Yes, and control, and want to be
Yeah.
control, and because the thing is, it's like the parasocial relationships. It's funny, like because I was also wanted to talk about like the parallel,
Yeah, get it out.
parasocial relationships. But like, yeah, because the same thing with DDG and Halle Bailey.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not going to talk about that situation yet, but it's okay to be unsure about how to feel about it.
Yeah.
Because people are like, no, you definitely need to be on Halle's side. You definitely need to be on DDG's side. But if you take a step back and not take one side and just look at the situation, it's like you realize, oh shit, this is a dirty situation. But
Yeah.
the thing that annoys me is that you have people who will like feel like if Halle does something to DDG, they take it as if someone hurt their
Yeah.
homie,
Yeah.
and they have no
Yeah,
connect.
you don't know this
There's
person.
no connect. I'm living in Canada. Imagine living in Canada and finding out like, oh, DDG has what's it called, restraining order against him. Oh my God! You know what? I gotta do some. I
I
gotta
need to
buy a
fight for him.
ticket. I gotta travel to America. I gotta stalk this bitch.
This
I have-
brother don't care about you.
It's crazy. They don't care who you are. They don't care anything about you.
And as they
Like,
should,
come on.
because they're also just normal humans like us.
They're just there for
Their job,
entertainment.
yeah, their job just makes them in the spotlight.
Yeah, they're not your homie. Just because they
Yeah.
post that, oh, today we had, because I remember Hallie posted a video about her and Halo being sick. He's like, yeah, Halo and I are just sick today, so we just feel like we're going to sit down and do this and do that for today. I'm like, in my head, I was like, okay, you don't need to tell me this.
Yeah.
But number two is just like, okay, even if you tell us that, okay,
The people are gonna.
who cares? But some people will be like, oh my God, maybe I should like send her like this long text message to be like, you're good, I thank you for this, and blah, blah, blah. And I wish I can send you like medicine on what to do and how to cure yourself. I'm just like, bruh, relax.
Yeah.
This
no.
parasocial relationships are going
So yeah,
too
I just
much.
don't understand the idea of like you're being disrespectful to your partner that passed away because
They're
you're
not.
moving on.
You're really, like, guys, how long, like,
Because it's
true
also it's
question.
been enough. Like when did Kobe actually pass away?
2021 or 20?
Yeah, so it's been
21?
4 years.
Like, how long do you want someone to like
Yeah.
to be in mourning?
That's the thing. She's not even doing anything. She's not pregnant. She's just enjoying her life.
Wait, let me see.
The
Kobe.
like part that can't. But like I just don't understand the whole. It's disrespectful to
And
my
like
partner.
disrespectful, like why are you so insulted for Kobe? She is a fucking human also.
Yeah, that's why I don't.
Oh yeah, 2020. So he died 5 years ago.
Damn, 5 years.
He died 5 years ago. Like guys,
And Nipsey been way longer than that. Hasn't
2020, 2019,
he? Oh, yeah, it was just a year before.
I think
Damn,
so.
they were that far. That were close together.
Let me see, 2019 or 2018. 2019,
Damn.
March
So
31st.
6 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
So yeah.
Damn.
So all I'm saying is just like, guys, people gotta move on. It sucks. I get it. Your partner passed away, but so long as you keep on living, then you can find someone else. I'm not saying that you
That's the thing.
like just leave people to make their own decisions.
It sucks for that person that's in that situation,
Yeah.
not for you on the internet behind your keyboard.
Yeah, because
Talking about-
you're chilling, you're doing your thing, you're living your life. After when you find out Vanessa Bryant's pregnant, I got
Yeah.
you disrespectful bitch. What were you doing before? Because were you caring
Yeah.
about Vanessa Bryant before this announcement? Well, no, she's not pregnant, but like before the rumors.
Nah, yeah, and that's
You
the
weren't
thing,
doing
it's just
anything
a
with your life.
Rumor, bro. The amount of rumors that we've seen, especially now with this AI stuff,
Oh yeah,
bro. I've seen the most craziest things talking about like Eminem's like being all sad at the Met Gala and stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's like,
these
what are we
fake
doing,
articles
bro?
and
And
but
like when you
people
see
see
what
them
the
out.
people look like, yeah, it's like yo, that's not nobody wrote that, bro.
nobody.
Man got 7 fingers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his tie is like connected to his neck and all that.
Yeah.
It's not true.
So
it's
it's just-
fake and all that stuff.
It just like when I seen that, I was just like, yo, leave this woman alone, bro.
Yeah.
She just lost her husband and child.
Yeah.
So even for like not to be rude, but forget Kobe, she lost a child.
Let her grieve.
So
bro.
people that
And let
lost
her
a
just
child
move
can
on.
understand. But all these freaking keyboard warriors that be writing you're disrespecting Kobe,
It's too much.
you're not
it's way too
disrespecting Kobe. And like I said, she's not even pregnant, so it's just a rumor. So
Yeah.
somebody started a rumor, and now you're gonna get mad at the person that the rumor is about.
Hey, you insult her? What? She
Yeah.
can't be happy? She can't find another life?
So I don't.
It's too much. All right, bro.
Crazy, bro. So I think we can end it there, right? This is
Yeah,
a long
yeah,
ass
yeah.
episy we went.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, I think it is.
It's, yeah,
All right.
average.
Well,
But yeah,
so
guys.
what I want you guys to do, I want
Yes.
you to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes.
I want you to share it if you can,
Mhm.
but at least like or send a nice little comment.
Yes.
I think I did a second good week. No crazy interrupting.
No.
And so yeah. So we're improving, so we like you guys to improve.
Yes.
Improve with your
Engage,
commenting and
engage,
sharing
engage,
and
engage.
liking.
For sure.
And that's it, guys. Troublemakers would be reasonable. You'll see.
Peace.